Hey guys, the Moogle Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Allegory starts on Tuesday, July 8th, and it's going to run until the release of patch 7.3. For this video, I'm going to be trying something a little bit different and showing you the visual of all the items as I go through them, and you guys let me know if that helps you out and what your thoughts are in the comments. First up is going to be the unique reward for this Moogle Treasure Trove, which is going to be the Coffee Cup Earring. Very Endwalker Charlian Cafe coded. I think it's cool. Maybe it's not necessarily my style, but I know for a lot of people RPing as like baristas or baristas that they'll like this. The next 100 Moogle Tomestones reward is going to be the Return to Oblivion Orchestrion roll. I have that music playing in the background right now, probably really quiet, but I think it's a really good song, and currently on Gilgamesh's market board it's selling for over 2 million gil. In terms of other rewards, let's talk about the Demon Brick Earring. Previously this was accessible through the Moogle Treasure Trove, the Hunt for Verity, a little bit ago, and now we can get this if you are interested. Next reward is the Ruby Gwiber, which is actually one of my favorite mounts. I actually loved all the Shadowbringers like extreme mounts, and this is from the Ruby weapon, and this is a breathtaking mount. And if you don't have it already, all of these mounts combine together to become the Lander Waffle, which I'll try and show on the screen at some point. And it's just a gorgeous mount. It's one of my favorites to this day. It is a mount that is just so Final Fantasy XIV to me. It is one of the best mounts in this game, in my opinion. In my opinion, this is definitely worth getting. Next up is going to be for the Ironfrog Move Recognition Key. So this is going to be a pretty iconic mount in and of itself. This is from Shadowbringers as well, from the Special Fate of Formidable. So what you would normally be needing to do would be you get 12 Formidable cogs, and so a few clears of it, and this allows you to just bypass that grind, which sometimes you can join link shells that call it out, but sometimes you just completely miss it. But so I'd recommend you get this if you don't have the mount. I would actually say this is a good spend of your resources. Next is the Hairstyle Gear Abanian Plait. This is actually a very expensive item. On Gilgamesh, it's selling for almost 4 million gil a piece. This is originally obtained either through other Moogle Treasure Trove events in the past, which obviously isn't helpful, or from apparently silver chests or a silver bag, silver sacks from Heaven on High. Next is going to be the Ephemeral Necromancer minion, which is definitely an iconic minion, and one that really makes me wish that we would have some kind of Necromancer pet job. Arg. Not the video for it, but god dang it. Such an iconic boss. I absolutely loved it. The hype was real around this. But you get this normally through running the Hero's Gauntlet, and currently on Gilgamesh, the only one up for sale is 700,000. However, as you can see from the sales history, it's usually like 300, 400-ish. Next is going to be the Machinist Barding. It is selling for about 400 or more thousand gil on the market board on Gilgamesh. However, how you'd normally get it is using Sky Builder script in the Firmament, and so it's okay to get, but if you really like it, I think that this is actually a good opportunity to get it as easily as possible, if I'm honest. Next is going to be the emote Overzealous Affirmations. Is this a fist bump from the Recruit a Friend campaign? No, this is going to be the fist pump. That's going to be usually from Eureka. This is actually going fairly cheaply on the market board on Gilgamesh. It looks like 169,978 gil. There's a bunch of them listed for that, so I'm going to go with that. Next up is going to be the Pastoral Dot Parasol, which you can get as well from Sky Builder script. And so alongside the Barding, I mean, if you really don't want to do the Moogle Tomestone farm, I guess you could do the script farm. But personally, I think the Moogle Tomestone farm would be far easier. However, you can see on Gilgamesh's market board, there isn't a single instance of this item, but if we look at the history of the purchases, we're looking at anywhere between 200 to 350,000. Next item is MGP Platinum Card, and this is my go-to default item I personally buy. Why I say this is that Fashion Report, we previously had an individual do it, and then I do believe that they have taken a break from the game. Whether that's an extended time or not, that's up to them. However, as far as I'm aware, the fashion reports are no longer being served by them. Whether someone stepped into their shoes or not, I'm not informed, because I'm personally not someone that partakes in it. However, I will say what has made up for my lack of participation in that has been these MGP Platinum cards. These are worth their weight in gold. This is the best time to get them. MGP I have found very hard to farm even during Make It Rain events, and so my opinion is that these are worth their weight in gold. And if you have no idea what else you want, Funnel all of your resources into MGP Platinum Cards. The developers, as we all have seen over the years, throw a bunch of different items into the gold saucer, and truly this is very much worth it in my opinion. I suppose another way of putting it is, if you are uncertain about anything, you really can't go wrong with MGP Platinum Card. Next, we're going to have a mount from the Beast Tribe of the Amalja, and so if you're not into doing a Realm Reborn Beast Tribes, definitely recommend you get this. It's super low on Moogle Tomestone cost, very much worth it if you want to skip that grind. In a very similar vein, the Realm Reborn Beast Tribe Ixali has a mount called the Direwolf, and so if you want to skip that grind, you don't want to do a Realm Reborn content and go all the way back, definitely worth the investment. Next two mounts are going to be from the first Extreme Trials of the Stormblood expansion. First one is going to be the Reveling Kamuy Fife. I think this mount is just gorgeous on its own. Even before you combined it, this is just such a pretty mount. I absolutely adore the details on them. The Reveling Kamuy Fife is from doing Susano. The second one, the Blissful one, is from doing the one with the big, well, how to say it? It's from doing what, her name is Lakshmi, but everyone knows her as the one particular raid boss that has incredibly large, well, you know. First up on the list of rewards that I would not recommend would be the Wooden Bin. It is selling for like sub 1,000 gil on the market board on Gilgamesh. I cannot recommend this to you in good faith. I should add that it's just a crafted housing item. Do not waste your time. Next up is the Mheg Garden Fountain, which is one of my favorite housing items. And I actually checked the market board and I was shocked. It is also incredibly cheap on the market board. Again, I can't recommend you spend these tomestones. Just throw 1,000 gil at this. It's a beautiful housing item. Do I recommend you get it? Absolutely, I love it. It glows at night. It is gorgeous. It is so cheap. Next housing item is the Hanging Bench. Again, beautiful housing item. It's only going for 5,000 on the market. Don't waste your tomes on this. Beautiful item. Next item is going to be the Walnut Flower Vases. Pretty item, but again, super cheap. 5,000 gil on Gilgamesh. No. Don't waste your time. Porogo Lawn, aka the very rainbow, very pride-themed housing item, which is ironic because this is coming out on July, which is apparently when all of it needs to stop. But again, same thing as other housing items. Super cheap on the market board. Super interesting item. It is very, very colorful and has a whole lot going on. So I don't think it's a terrible item, but it's not worth the tomes. It's cheap. Next up is going to be the Wind Up Kobold Minion, and this is kind of like the other Realm Reborn Beast Tribes that I was talking about. If you don't want to do the Realm Reborn Beast Tribes, if that's going to be too much of a grind for you, you definitely want to invest in this, and so that's pretty much all I have to say on that. If this is something you think is cute and you want to add to your collection, probably the best time to get it. Probably by far the best time. It's way easier. Next up is that we have a whole bunch of glamour sets, which is going to be the Neo Ishgardian sets. Again, these are really cheap on the market board. These are level 80 sets. They have been crafted into the ground and back, even right now. However, if you really like them, it's only 15 tomestones. I don't think that you could go wrong with it, but do note that this is only the body piece and the leg piece, so you will be missing a few of the items. Now, in terms of the glamour set that I would say jump on if you don't have it is the Moonfire set. So this is the Moonfire vest, trunks, halter, and tanga. Absolutely, if you do not have these in your set, I would recommend you get them. I say that because the glamour is so ubiquitous. You can, however, buy those on the market board. They're a fair bit more expensive than, say, the Neo Ishgardian set, so I would say that this is a better spend of your tomestones. However, if you don't like the glamour, you don't need to worry about it. You can buy this on the market board literally whenever. Timeworn Maps is a really great item to stock up on. You can throw one in each retainer of yours. You can throw one in your chocobo saddle and keep one in your inventory and just stockpile if you want. If you do treasure maps, definitely is a good time to pick up a few. Riding maps is a no, because we have flying in these zones, so no, none of these. In terms of triple triad cards, at this point it's like, do you have the card? Yes? Okay, well then you already have it. But if you don't have it, I would recommend you pick up whatever ones you don't have. They're super cheap on Moogle Tomestones. Next up is another minion, which is going to be the Tora-Jiro. It's a cute little cat. However, you can normally get it for 800 Centurio seals, which Centurio seals, and I'm going to run over there and get little bit of footage for this. Actually, I changed my mind and I just got a screenshot, but you can see an entire stack of 99 Aetheryte tickets is 495, and so roughly you're giving up a little under 2 full stacks of Aetheryte tickets. I personally think you're better off spending 7 of these tomes, Moogle Tomestones, instead of that. I definitely think that this is worth the cost. And for those who don't know what Aetheryte tickets is, literally makes your teleport free, and especially with some of those larger costs and areas, oh my god, it saves you so much. You can literally put in settings where if it will not use them unless it's a certain breakpoint. And honestly, Aetheryte tickets are so worth it. And Tora-Jiro, it's super cute. Just get with Moogle Tomestones. Next up is going to be the song A World Apart. I'm going to have played this in the background of this video for you to get a little bit of a preview. Obviously, it's not going to be too loud as to drown out my audio. However, this is, interestingly enough, only 7 Moogle Tomestones, and it's currently selling for about 400,000 on Gilgamesh. And so it's not the worst thing. If you like the song, I'd go with it, and if you don't, well, don't. Next up is going to be the Hatchling Earring. Either you have it, and then great. If you don't, it's 1 Tomestone. I just pick it up. Philosophy that I just had applies fully to the minion, the Taoist Moogle, which you can just grab for 1 Tomestone. Again, if you have it, if you don't, it's 1. I just complete the collection. Really, it's literally just 1. Now, Magic Prism Job Mastery, you get 10 of them for 1 Moogle Tomestone. You know what, if you want this, get it. I don't think I'd do that personally, but hey, if you come to the end of the event, you have a few left over, may as well. To cap this video, people will be like, okay, well, what events do I do for the fastest Moogle Tome farm coal? They didn't tell us even what the standard objectives are, so I can't really tell you, if I'm honest. But yeah, let me know what you think about the new style of the video. I'm trying out new experimentational things, and let me know if you have any ideas how I could change it in the comments. I will be watching. Take care, everyone, and I hope this helps.